Welcome to Mechanical Triage, welcome to the shop. Today, I'm going to do a little project. I wanted to involve you with it for a couple of different reasons. So what I have here is the head off of a 2012 Honda Fit 1.5 liter engine. And as you see, we're doing a little bit of repair. What's going on? Well, this hole right here launched the spark plug out, took all the threads with it. So I went ahead and cleaned this up as well as possible. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean the table up as well as possible. I'm going to show you what would happen if you tried to perform this repair on the vehicle. The preferred method of trying to do this repair would be using some type of grease, wheel bearing grease, and the tap that comes with the repair sleeve. This Helicoil repair sleeve. It's like a time cert. This is the one that we're going to end up using. This is a 14 by 125. What I have done to try to ensure that this project goes as well as possible is I have made a bushing that goes on my extension, and I've made another bushing for the top to keep this as square as possible in the hole and at the top of the hole. So down in the middle of the hole and at the top of the hole. This is as square as possible so that when I start running this cutting tool in, I know that we're not going to have any problems, and then it's going to go in nice and true. Easiest way to do this would be oil it up, cut it, pull out, cut, pull, standard. But if you're going to try this on the vehicle, which I do not recommend, you're going to want to put a bunch of grease on here, and you're going to want to cut a little, take it out, clean it off. More grease, cut a little, take it out, clean it off. Now I'm going to go ahead and so I'm going to go ahead and clean the surface of the table, and I'm going to see when we're done what ends up on the table and what would have gotten into your cylinder so that you know why you shouldn't try this on the vehicle. So let's set the camera up. We'll go ahead and get started on cutting this, and then we'll take a look at what we got going on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this up and look at the bottom of it, see if we actually got away with this or if we didn't. And it looks to me as if though the threads are cut clean all the way down. It's hard to see from here. Yep, see, they look pretty good all the way down. I'll go ahead and flip it over and take a look, see what's going on. There's two pieces of aluminum that made it out, and this is what's left inside the head. So all of this debris that we were trying to avoid getting into the head, all of this debris here, hang on. All of this still made it into the engine, and it was stuck up against the valves right there. There's really no good way to get that out. You could wash that, you could vacuum that. That's not gonna come out, it's up around the corner. You were never gonna get that out. Any one of these pieces could just completely make your engine fail. One of these could get stuck on the ring landings and overheat it and start a torch process that'll just blow a hole right in your piston. You saw how extremely careful I was with this entire process, and you saw how bad that went. So don't do this when it's on the vehicle, please. Now, we're gonna go ahead and install the insert here, get that locked down, and get the spark plug torqued down so that we can call this part of this project done. This kit that I'm using here is a 14125 Stanley Engineering spark plug port repair kit. Shows some quick instructions here. Note: to ensure chips do not enter cylinder, remove head before performing repair. We learned that already, didn't we? All right. All right, now I got this hole clean as I can get it, and I want to make sure that this insert is level with the top so the spark plug can sit on the edge of this if it needs to. As you'll notice, the top edge of this has some teeth on it. It's threaded, but it also has some teeth here on the left side, top side. That's the top, that goes in last. And what happens is, once you get that all the way inserted exactly where you want it to be, you take this tapering tool that has a little bit of a taper on the end of it. You set that in there, and you smack it with a hammer a couple of times. Not too hard, just enough to seat those little teeth into the aluminum. Now, this specific tool wasn't long enough. I had another one from another repair that I did, and we're gonna go ahead and use that. That should be long enough for me to go down in there. So let's get this thing lined up. Use the same tool you used to cut with. Screw that on there like that and carefully thread that down in your hole. Double check it a couple of times to make sure it's exactly where you want it to be before you use a lock-in tool and lock that thing in. All right, you caught me. Well, I caught myself. The vast majority of these don't need any silicone or any sealant. However, this one specifically calls for high temp RTV sealant. So I went ahead and got that all lined up there. Now, the reason why is because I tried to dry fit this and I was not impressed with the fitment. It seemed a little bit loose, even though I cut the threads very carefully and very cleanly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the silicone like they say before I tap it in. Now I'll go ahead and do that now. Oh, that looks really good to me. I don't think it's going anywhere. We're gonna go ahead and let that sit overnight to seal up. I'll clean the silicone off the top edge, torque spark plug down in it, and go reinstall it on the vehicle and get everything else taken care of. Thanks for watching. Don't try doing that on the vehicle.